day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lindsay Tubbs and Mark Jackson. The two of you have been together for 2 years. You don't have any children together, but you both have children from previous relationships. Ms. Tubbs, I'm going to start with you. You've brought Mr. Jackson here for reasons I suspect are somewhat akin to put a ring on it already. But why don't you tell me what the trouble is in your relationship and why you've come to see me here today?
We've been together for 2 years, and he refuses to admit that I'm his girlfriend and likes to hide me from people.
That's not true.
So true.
Give me some examples that would lead me to believe that's true.
So there was a time where I had gotten a phone call, received a phone call from Mark's friend. In this conversation, she finally got the nerve to ask me if I was his girlfriend. And I said yes, but we were both confused on why he didn't tell her.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Stop. No,
I haven't talked to this friend in a year.
That's not true.
Mr. Jackson, I will get to you. We will not have a good day if it continues like this. We together on that one?
In a year.
I will get to you.
That's fine.
She had told me that he called me his assistant, and she was confused on why he would hide that from her.
Give me another example.
We go out in public. There was this incident at a club. This girl had grabbed his butt, and I looked at him and I said, if he does not check her, then I will. So he decided to do absolutely nothing. I followed the girl outside and I go, can you please keep your hands to yourself and do not touch my boyfriend's butt? She had no idea that I was his girlfriend. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea he had a girlfriend. And she's been to multiple events of ours, and she doesn't know.
2 events.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Mr. Jackson, tell me your version of those events.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the friend she was referring to who called her, I sent her to her because we hadn't talked in, a few years, and she needed help making a website.
Okay.
Me and Lindsay, we work together. She does, she handles.
So you referred the friend to speak to her?
Yes. I referred her to speak to Lindsay, just on some business stuff. Like I wasn't telling her my personal life or anything like that. We hadn't talked in a long time.
Right.
So there's no way that girl would have known that Lindsay was my girlfriend or anything along those lines.
Exactly. She wouldn't know because you don't tell anybody. You don't even put it on anything. Nobody has any idea.
My closest, everybody in my family knows.
You won't put it on anything. What does that mean? Social media?
He won't talk about it. Okay, well, let's go to his ex-girlfriend that he posted everything about. His whole relationship with her is everywhere. But when it comes to me, he refuses to talk about me. He refuses. He won't acknowledge me. He won't, even when we go in public. Or when he's introducing me to somebody, or introducing me, he's just like, oh, this is Lindsay. He doesn't say, oh, this is Lindsay, my girlfriend. This is just Lindsay.
You know, hang on.
You're wrong for that. You're wrong, bro. You're wrong. People are going to think of her how you present her. However you present her to your people, your family, whatever, that's what they're going to think. So if you're like, hey, oh, yeah, this is, my lovely, my beautiful, my gorgeous, whatever, all right, fine, cool. As opposed to like she said, oh, that's her. That's her. If you do it at all. If what she's saying is true, that's if you even introduce her or incorporate her at all. That's not right, bro.
In a second. Before I came out here, I always ask, how's my litigants? And she says, well, she's kind of quiet. She won't say much. They got that wrong. What is your take on what she's talking about? Is she on your social media? Do you introduce her to your friends?
Yeah, she's on my social media.
In what way?
Every which way you can think of. She stalks all of them. And every time I post something, she's the first person
to comment.
Of course, because I'm
not Ms. Tubbs.
Hush.
My friends too. If they post something, or if we're out and they're posting a Snapchat of what's going on currently, she's the first person that's watching.
To comment.
Yeah.
I'm the first to comment because he wants me to be his supporter. He gets mad if I'm not the first person or if I don't vote on something. If I'm not putting my 2 cents in, he gets mad. Hey, did you check this? Hey, did you do that?
Well,
so you can't be hypocritical. You can't be hypocritical in that situation.
I tell her to do that because she'll look at. I know she's the first person to see it.
That's young and that's immature, bro. Be the first person to do this. And who cares? Who cares about the likes and the comments and all of that? You can have all of that. Look at where we at right now. We're in court right now. We're in the middle of divorce court, bro. I don't like that. I don't like all of that. Yeah, make sure that you're the first one. That's controlling. Bro, I don't like that. I don't like that. If I see it, I say it. If I don't, I don't. Like it ain't that serious. It's never that serious.
But she'll give me a slick comment. Oh, this girl liked the picture. Oh, you still talking to her? Y'all
Let me
friends
ask you
or
this. Do you
something like
post
that?
pictures of her on your
I
social
have
media?
before.
I have before, but not frequently.
No.
Is what that smile is
He
telling me.
deletes it if he gets
Does
mad at me.
that? Yeah, I talked to somebody the other day whose wife actually got annoyed because her husband didn't post enough pictures of her on social media.
She doesn't
I think
post
that's
a lot
the
of pictures of
stupidest
me.
thing I've ever heard.
I don't even want, I just want to thank you. Like he posts everybody else. He tells everybody else thank you. He does all these big shout outs for all these other people, but he won't take the time to say anything nice about me. He just pushes me to the side, or he'll take pictures with other females. He won't even ask to take pictures with me. He'll go and find another female
She
to take a
doesn't
picture
like taking
with.
pictures. She's told
It
me
doesn't
she
matter,
doesn't
but
like taking
he
pictures.
wants to,
She's
he is
not
It does
photogenic.
matter. If
That
you tell a
does
man you don't like
matter.
taking pictures,
But
he
he
doesn't
goes-
take. Don't interrupt me
Sorry.
again. I'll put you both out. I don't need this. If you tell a man you don't like taking pictures, then he doesn't take your picture. But if he did take your picture, you'd be mad because you told him you didn't like pictures and he insisted on doing it anyway.
That's not true. Like I have
Thank you.
I've told him, but he goes, I told him I don't like taking pictures, but with you I will take pictures with. If you want to take pictures, I will do it. I will set my insecurity or my problems with pictures aside to take a picture with the man that I love. Absolutely. But he doesn't take that. He'd rather go run off and take pictures with all these other little females, but he won't come up to me and be like, hey, let's take a picture together. I'm not going to say no to him. Like, why would I say no?
Maybe I'm too old. Is that a thing? I mean, like when you have a girlfriend, are you supposed to say, hey, baby, take a picture and let's post it? Is that what happens? He's 27, so he might know.
Yeah.
It does happen.
It does.
It is a thing.
His
Really?
Unfortunately.
It's a thing.
It is. That's
So
today,
if you
that's
don't
today.
take pictures with your lady, she gonna say something to you?
I want to stay here. I don't want to be on that side.
So that answers your question.
I'm old-fashioned.
You and me
Okay.
both, apparently. Apparently. Do you see that she's insecure about that? And don't you see it would be an easy resolution to fix that every once in a while with her?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah? Yeah. What do you think is her biggest problem? Is she insecure?
She's a detective. She's a secret FBI detective. She's an agent. Like
She's like a secret agent.
yes.
She tracks
If
your
she
every
wants
move.
the information, she can get the information. She's GPS tracked me before using a tracking device
Well,
on the car.
Well, I think that's a good thing to explore. Let's talk about the lengths she goes to make sure she knows where you are all the time. So, Mr. Jackson, you say Ms. Tubbs stalks you and tracks you. Tell me what she's doing.
She has every single one of my friends and family, close family members on social media to where if they post anything of what we're doing or where we're at, she automatically knows what I'm doing.
Where you
First
are.
of all, they
Yes.
add me. Don't get it twisted. Don't make it seem like I'm just
Let
hunting
Mr.
your
Jackson
family down.
finish.
It's her who does the requesting. It's her
No.
who goes through their social media to keep tabs. She basically keeps tabs on me.
If
Like,
you were
Well, Ms.
honest.
Tubbs, do you keep tabs on him
Yeah,
through
because
social
he
media?
has cheated. He has entertained inappropriate conversations. So of course I'm going to do that. Like,
Tell
why?
me about the time you caught him cheating. Or
Well,
if it's multiple
let me
times, tell me
talk-
multiple stories.
Well, the GPS that he's talking about, I didn't know it was a GPS until something happened with my truck and it alerted me that something was wrong. I found out it was a GPS.
That's not true.
Shush.
The truck
So
never had no
something's, yes, it did.
It didn't have
Anyway,
any
so
problems.
I'm downtown with a friend.
Right.
An incident happens. I cannot get a hold of this man. Mind you, this man has his phone in his hand 24/7. So when he's not answering me because something is going wrong, it freaks me out. So I called one of his friends. I did ask him. I was like, hey, have you heard or seen Mark? Because y'all were supposed to be here. Well, his friend was like, I haven't heard from him. He didn't tell me
Was
that.
something wrong?
Well, he was at another woman's house. He was at another woman's house, and he just didn't want to tell me. He was supposed to be somewhere else, and he lied.
Were you at some woman's house?
You gonna make your life figuring out what his life is about. What type of life is that to live? If you gotta go through all of that, you already know the answer. If you gotta do a GPS, AirPod tags and dropping locations and all, if you gotta do all of that, bro, then you already know your answer. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. You just in your mind, you like, well, if I do this, then maybe I'll be able to prevent that. And no, a person gonna do what a person wanna do. That person is gonna do what they want to do. Regardless, bro. Regardless, she gonna make her life figuring out what his life about. That ain't no life to live, man.
Oh, that's a yes. Couldn't stop talking before. Now he ain't got word first for me. So you were doing the wrong thing.
Not intentionally. It wasn't.
Okay,
it
so
wasn't,
then how? Yeah.
I was working,
Yeah.
and then work got canceled. Things got canceled.
Uh-huh.
I got a phone call
Yeah.
from a friend.
Okay.
They just needed help, advice.
I needed help. I was
We need to
downtown
talk.
in a
Hang
fight.
on.
So we go and I go over there, and we both
At
just
midnight.
both just put our phones on the counter, and we were just talking to each other the entire night. That sounds bad, but it's
It
really
sure
the truth.
does. I'm
It's
telling
really
you.
the truth. It's really the
That's
truth.
a long, slow explanation just to introduce the conversation. That's all I got
No,
to say.
When we have in-depth conversations, he doesn't put his phone down. He doesn't talk to me like that. He picks up his phone in the middle of an argument or in the middle of a serious conversation. He'll pause just to pick up his phone and look at it. So why would he do that for her? There was an incident going on downtown where I was almost in a fight with somebody, but he couldn't answer my
Who
call.
were you almost in a fight with?
With an ex's girlfriend.
She loved that drama.
Oh,
She
yeah, I can
loved
tell,
that
I can
drama.
tell, I can tell, I can
She
tell.
followed me outside.
Love
I
the
was
hip-hop.
trying to
Just
walk
like you
away.
followed that other girl outside that
Yes.
grabbed his behind.
That was
You
the
live
problem.
that
girl
life,
who-
you will get hurt. I'm seriously. You continue to live that life, you will get hurt. Let me ask you this: how insistent does she get with the phone calls and the trying to get a hold of you? Is there a whole lot of that going on? Is she,
Oh, if she can't get a hold of me, she's gonna reach out to everybody. Like, she's gonna make
so
sure.
she doesn't blow up your phone; she blows up your
She'll
friend's
blow
phone.
up my phone, and
That's
then when
not
she
true.
realizes
That's
she can't
not
get a hold
true.
of me through my phone, she'll go to this friend, she'll go to the next friend, she'll go to a family member.
No.
And then all of a sudden it's like, how am I getting all of this attention? How?
Now, do you call his friends and try to figure out exactly where he is at all times?
There has been 2 incidents where that happened. One was that night where he was supposed to be and he wasn't there.
Right.
And then that same night, I called the other friend that he was supposed to be with. So yes, I have called his friends because I thought something had happened. Because if he didn't show up to where he was supposed to be, what's going on? What happens? Yeah, I worry for him. Yeah.
But she stays
So-
on me like white on rice all the time. Like,
We live
I
together
can't
and we
even-
work
I
together.
can't even go to the
You
bathroom.
live together and work together?
We have 2 businesses together and we live together.
And you still begging for more time?
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that's not true.
Yes. Yes.
Not true.
I'm not understanding what your problem is. I see your problem. I'm not understanding what your problem is.
He cheats. He entertains conversations with females. He receives nudes from females. He
Give
doesn't know
me
how,
the most,
He doesn't
the
know.
cheatiest cheat story you got.
So a woman, his phone was going off. He was asleep. His alarm went off. I went to pick up the phone to turn off the
It
alarm.
wasn't an
There was
alarm.
a woman.
Alarm?
Yes.
Stop.
There was a woman blowing up his phone, texting him, calling him, doing all the extra stuff. Yes, I got into the phone because I knew the password. I go into it and
How'd
it's
she know the
talking about
password?
it's talking about them getting a room together, them having fun together, and them doing all this extra stuff. And that's not even the only time he's done it. He's gotten Snapchats from females and their nudes. Why can't you draw boundaries with females? That's okay to have female friends. I'm totally fine with it. But if you can't draw a boundary with somebody, then why are you wasting my time?
Okay. We're going to take a pause for the call. We're going to come back, and we can see if we can move forward from where we are. Ms. Tubbs, let me say, open your mind wide like a prairie. In order to feel safe and secure, in order to feel like he's not cheating on you, in order to feel like you're his lady, do you have to be in contact with him at some point or another? Do you have to know where he is? Does it bother you?
I just want him to tell me, like, just, hey, I'm doing this, and I'll be like, okay, and I won't text him. If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. But he's put me in a situation to where he's doing something and he lied. So how am I supposed to not be insecure, or how am I supposed to
Ms.
be
Tubbs,
okay?
let me say this to you. Let me say this to you.
Okay.
People go places.
Right.
And then they go over here, and then they forget something, and they go over there, and they can't keep reporting to you. I think that you're insecure, and I think that you're like crazy on him because of the manner in which you've come across here. You when you were quiet, but when you started talking about the robbery, I can't find him, and I don't know where he is, and there was another woman. That means you've got adrenaline and cortisol all up in your system because and he doesn't post that many pictures of me. I told him not to post pictures, but I don't want to post pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You need constant validation and assurance about his love, and that's not good.
Okay.
You with me on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something deeper in a minute. If you're chasing them and running after them, and why don't you post my picture, and where are you? They're like, my relationship is secure. They don't have to do anything to secure the relationship. They don't have to do anything to keep you. They don't have to do anything to tend your love because you're doing it all for him. And he's not afraid at all you're gonna go anywhere. And he's not afraid at all that the relationship isn't gonna work out because you are chasing after him all the time. So why should he do anything? He's just gonna ride on the boat because you're doing all the paddling. Let go of the oars. Drift a little bit. You don't have to be around them all the time. You go with your friends, find something else to do. You get interested in your things. You get interested in where your mind, your brain, your kids. I think she would drive me crazy.
That's okay, bro. It's okay to have your own life. You can have your own life, your own friends, own hobbies and everything like that, but being up underneath a person 24/7, bro, it's annoying. I'm gonna just call it what it is. It's annoying being up underneath for anybody 24/7 besides your children. And even at times your children, they can kind of start to pluck a little nerve. Yeah, bro, that's just life. That's just human nature. That's just a part of human nature. But yeah, I said it. She gonna make her job and her life figuring out what he doing. That ain't no life to live. Don't live your life trying to be no detective ladies trying to figure out where he going in. You bump into me? You bump into me? Please put the GP. Man, I be thinking sometimes, like, I hope I ain't got no GPS. I hope I ain't got no GPS under the whip. Bro, if I find it, man, I'm going to put it on the back of a damn what is it? A 18-wheeler. I'm going to put it on the back of the goddamn 18-wheeler that's going to Wyoming somewhere, something like that, bro. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. That ain't no life to live. It's not.
I'd have left her a long time ago if I were you. If you were my son, I would have told you to leave her. But if you love her, stay with her. But it's all on you.
Right.
Be secure.
Okay.
Feel good. Be independent. Go look in the mirror a couple times. Look, see what you see there. You're gorgeous. Get another dude, no problem. But don't be crazy in his direction. You'll drive him away.
Okay.
Be interesting on your own.
Okay.
You with me?
Yes.
This matter is adjourned.
How does it make you feel when Judge Lynn tells you that you need this constant validation?
It's true. I mean, I've always known that. I've told him, make me feel secure and I'll be okay. Like, I'll let go of the reins a little.
Right.
But he has to play a part in it too.
Now Judge Lynn looks at you and says, she's surprised that you haven't got up and left already. How does it make you feel when she says that to you today?
When you cage an animal in, when you let them out, you just want to attack.
They say they're still together in a great place. That's what they say. He say she stopped bugging him. Hope she's no longer tracking him, but he ain't sure.